You probably thought that the cage had been banned in Britain for birds that are kept for their eggs. The battery cage has been, but look what it's been replaced with. These are so-called enrichment cages. Instead of 5 hens to a cage, which was the battery cage, there are now 40 to 80 birds in a cage. This, where I'm standing now, is one of the big producers called Bird Brothers. They've got about 450,000 birds kept in cages. They have a space that's less than the size of this postcard, more each than they had in a battery cage. Don't you think this whole thing's a marketing con? These enrichment cages supply over half the eggs in Britain. How cheap is life? How long has that bird been left in this cage? They can't even be bothered to pull the dead ones out. These birds are descended from the red jungle fowl. They're highly intelligent birds. Some of their behaviour is put on a par with primates. They feel empathy for one another. They think before they act, just like the mammals do. They're bright. They've got complex communication. And yet they're just dismissed as if they're nothing, as if they're commodities. These females, these girls, these hens, each and every one of them has a personality of her own. Each and every one of them has a right to a decent life. They never feel the sun, the rain, the wind. They're curious. Anyone who's kept hens will know what a delight they are and how obscene it is to cage them in this way. Surely, surely, it's time for this to end. Look at the state of this poor little girl. She's been feather pecked and pecked. You see, of course, in the wild, they can get away from each other. The subordinates escape. There's no escaping these places. And the birds feel such utter despair, such boredom, such frustration. I mean, we can't imagine what they go through. Places like this do what's called debeaking. The industry sometimes call it beak trimming, but in essence they take off part of the beak or they kill part of the beak. And even the government's own Farm Animal Welfare Council have said that it causes chronic pain to these animals for the rest of their lives. Many of them will never be able to eat properly again. You think about it, they use their beaks, it's like a combination of between our fingers and our mouths. And to do this is a massive assault on their integrity as an animal. It's just, all of this, it's just obscene. These hens are kept in here for about 18 months. 18 months of a cage like this, so people can eat these. A product that nobody needs. It's so easy to be vegan now. You know, the irony is, the British public, we like to think of ourselves as bird lovers. You think about how we admire wild birds. How do so many people draw the distinction between one type of bird and another? I can't believe anybody in their right mind wants to do this to animals. This little hen here, she's never going to be taken to a vet. She's never going to be treated kindly. At the end of this brutal existence of just standing in this barren cage on a wire mesh floor, she's just going to have her throat cut and she's going to be turned into chicken soup and chicken nuggets. And what does that say about us as a civilization? Not much. I'm okay, but this little girl's dying. And don't think that free range is better, because Viva's exposed that too. Look at our footage of happy eggs. It's an obscenity, something our nation should be ashamed of, but we don't have to support it. The answer's easy, it's within our grasp. Every time you go into a shop, you don't have to buy eggs. Choose kindness, choose vegan. I'm back and it's silent. The hen's gone, killed. Countless corpses have finally been removed from the cages, but a few little souls have been overlooked. What have they ever done to deserve this? Look at these girls now. They were rescued in December and it's taken weeks of care from Dean Farm Animal Sanctuary to get these girls back to this lovely, sparkly, shining feathers. Support animal sanctuaries like this, where the girls are free!